Fresh corn deliveries arrive at the raw material receiving dock. The corn is quickly unloaded onto conveyor belts. This automated system ensures a steady flow of raw materials.
Moisture levels are perfect, no spoilage detected.
The kernels are transported to the processing area. Here, the corn is blended into a smooth mixture. Finally, it is bottled as fresh sweet corn milk. In the corn milk factory, optical sorters scan each kernel. Cameras detect any defects in color or shape. Air jets then remove the bad kernels instantly. This ensures only premium corn makes it into the milk.
All right, batch incoming, placing on the scale, 12.5 kilograms, stable reading. Logging into the system now. Data recorded, next batch.
The separated kernels are collected in a hopper for the next stage. They are washed and then ground into a smooth slurry. The slurry is filtered, creating the base for sweet corn milk. Freshly harvested yellow corn kernels are conveyed through the factory. They move steadily towards the blanching units for the next stage. Inside the blanching units, steam and hot water begin to cook the kernels. In a modern factory, fresh corn is blanched and processed. The blanched kernels cool rapidly in these chilling tanks. The mixture is then piped to the bottling line. Finally, the sweet corn milk is bottled and sealed. Fresh corn is ground into a smooth slurry. Water is precisely metered in, blending to the ideal consistency. The mixture is then filled into bottles, capped, and labeled. In a modern factory, fresh corn is blanched and processed. The blanched kernels cool rapidly in these chilling tanks. The mixture is then piped to the bottling line. Finally, the sweet corn milk is bottled and sealed.
Welcome to a modern corn milk factory. Wet grinding transforms fresh corn into slurry. The slurry is then bottled as sweet corn milk.
Welcome to a modern corn milk factory. Wet grinding transforms fresh corn into slurry. The slurry is then bottled as sweet corn milk. The corn slurry is pumped into extraction tanks. This step separates the valuable corn milk from the solids. The process is efficient and highly automated. Fresh corn enters the factory for processing. The corn is ground and mixed into a slurry. A mechanical press extracts the sweet liquid. The liquid is then bottled as sweet corn milk. Here, the coarse fiber residue is separated from the corn liquid using these vibrating filtration screens. The liquid filters through, while the residue is pushed off the screens for collection. The extracted sweet corn liquid flows steadily through stainless steel pipes into these large clarification tanks. Here, the liquid begins to settle and clarify, preparing for the next stage of the bottling process. The sweet corn liquid is fed into the centrifugal separator. Inside, high-speed rotation separates the pure extract from the impurities. The refined extract moves to the bottling line for final packaging. At the heart of the factory, the centrifugal separator refines the sweet corn liquid. Spinning at high speed, it separates impurities from the pure liquid. The result is a smooth, natural product ready to be bottled. In a modern corn milk factory, fresh corn begins its journey. The water-to-corn ratio is precisely adjusted in these tanks. The mixture is filtered and becomes a sweet, pale yellow liquid. In a modern factory, fresh corn is transformed into sweet corn milk. Industrial mixers homogenize the corn liquid. The mixture is then pumped to the bottling line. Finally, it's sealed and ready for distribution. Fresh corn enters the production line. In the heat exchangers, the sweet corn milk is pasteurized. The milk is held at a precise temperature for safety. Finally, the pasteurized milk is automatically bottled. Fresh corn begins its journey, conveyed through the factory for processing. The corn is shredded into a slurry. Here, temperature sensors ensure it reaches 72 degrees. Finally, it is bottled. Holding tanks store pasteurized sweet corn milk inside a modern corn milk factory, from fresh corn to bottled sweet corn milk, the full process. In a modern corn milk factory, automated clean-in-place systems sanitize every pipeline. Fresh corn is processed into sweet milk, flowing through clean, efficient lines. Finally, it's bottled, ready for consumers.
Inside a modern corn milk factory, fresh corn begins its journey to become a beverage that quickly stabilizes the sweet corn milk. The stabilized milk is then filled into bottles, creating a fresh, ready-to-drink product.
Time to check the consistency on this batch. Right, let's get a sample. Pouring it in now.
Looks good.
Swirl it for the test.
Inside a modern corn milk factory, fresh corn begins its journey to become a beverage. After pasteurization, a rapid cooling system quickly stem-filled into bottles, creating a fresh, ready-to-drink product.
Inside this modern factory, fresh corn becomes sweet corn milk. After bottling, high-efficiency air knives blast away residual moisture. This ensures the bottles are completely dry, ready for labeling. A seamless process from corn to bottle. In the bottle and scrambler, air jets efficiently orient empty bottles upright onto the conveyor line. This automated step ensures a smooth, continuous flow for the filling process. The journey from fresh corn to sweet corn milk begins. Inline filters ensure sweet corn milk purity just before bottling. The filtered liquid is dispensed into bottles, completing the process. In the sterilization tunnel, UV light disinfects the interiors of empty bottles as they move through. This ensures every bottle is sterile before the filling process begins. Conveyor sensors regulate bottle spacing for accurate filling operations. This ensures precise filling in the automated production of sweet corn milk.
Scale is stabilizing at 250 grams. Confirmed, this one is exactly 250 as well. Good, release and check the next one.
Proceeding, all within tolerance.
Fresh corn is processed into a fine liquid. The mixture is filtered into sweet corn milk. Filling valves dispense precise volumes into bottles. The bottles are then sealed and ready. The automated line transforms fresh corn into a creamy base. In the tanks, sensors monitor the milk level to prevent overflow. The sweet corn milk is then precisely dispensed and sealed. Automated cap feeders supply sterilized caps to the sealing unit. This ensures a continuous hygienic sealing process for the bottled corn milk. This automated step is key to efficient, large-scale production. In a modern factory, fresh corn begins its transformation. The corn is processed into a smooth, sweet milk. The milk is then bottled and capped automatically. Finally, the torque control system verifies each cap's tightness. In the capping station, bottles of fresh sweet corn milk are securely sealed with precision caps. The rotary machine ensures each bottle is sealed airtight. The process is fully automated for high efficiency. Fresh corn enters the processing line, beginning its transformation. After processing, the liquid is bottled and moves to sealing. The induction sealer applies a tamper-evident seal to each bottle. Sealed bottles proceed to final packaging. The weight checkers confirm net content accuracy, ensuring every bottle meets factory-efficient quality control system. From fresh corn to finished product, every step ensures premium quality. Bottles begin their journey through automated exterior washing units. This is part of the full process, from fresh corn to sweet corn milk. Here, high-pressure sprays ensure every bottle is perfectly clean. After processing fresh corn into liquid, bottles are filled and sealed. At the inspection station, sensors detect incorrect fill levels. The diverter arm automatically rejects them from the line. Fresh corn begins its transformation in this modern factory. At the quality control lab, pH is tested to ensure consistency. The pH reads 6.85, confirming it's ideal. Finally, it's bottled and ready for market. Fresh corn cobs enter the automated processing line. The corn is ground, mixed, and transformed into sweet corn milk. The milk is then bottled and sealed. For quality, a bottle is randomly selected and tested in the lab. Fresh corn is processed into a smooth, sweet milk.
The sweetness is very consistent.
The taste panel confirms the quality. This ensures a consistently sweet product. Fresh corn is husked and milled into kernels. The kernels are blended and filled into bottles. Sealed bottles move to leak detection scanners. Scanners test seals, ensuring quality. Fresh corn is processed into a smooth liquid. The milk is then blended and pasteurized. It is filled into bottles, which are sealed and labeled. Finally, the cartoning machine packs the bottles into cartons. In this modern corn milk factory, fresh corn is processed into sweet milk. Automated vision systems then inspect every bottle for precise fill levels. This ensures consistent quality from raw material to final product. In a modern corn milk factory, the journey from fresh corn to sweet corn milk is a symphony of automation. At the final stage, robotic palletizers stack cartons of finished product with speed and precision. This ensures efficient packaging, ready for market. In a modern corn milk factory, fresh corn is processed into sweet corn milk. The milk is filled into bottles and packaged. Finally, shrink wrapping secures the palletized goods for safe transport. The automated system efficiently organizes the finished sweet corn milk for storage. Robotic arms palletize the boxes, stacking them precisely on racks. This ensures optimal inventory management for distribution.
Finalizing the documentation now. Batch CM2456 completed. I'm running the batch verification. The data is clean.
Great.
Confirmed, all tests passed. Releasing batch.
Shipping containers are sealed, securing the product for distribution. Fresh corn is processed into a smooth, sweet liquid. The milk is then automatically bottled and labeled, ready for shipment, completing the efficient cycle.
Final inspection complete. Batch meets all quality standards. pH is optimal. Microbial count is clear. Approving for packaging. Sign off confirmed. Product is cleared for distribution.
Cold chain logistics preparation begins. Inside a modern corn milk factory, fresh corn is processed into sweet corn milk. The final product is stored in cold chain facilities, ready for distribution. Cold chain logistics preparation begins. Inside a modern corn milk factory, fresh corn is processed into sweet corn milk. The final product is stored in cold chain facilities, ready for distribution. From fresh corn to bottled sweet corn milk, the full process in a modern factory. Trucks depart, delivering fresh corn milk worldwide.